what invitation and reply to the invitation is. Invitation and reply to the invitation, that this writing will certainly come. Apart from these, we are having a notice writing, and actually we are having notice writing, and now can is it visible? Would you please write down, is it visible, the invitation and reply to the invitation format and all these? Siren, would you please write down whether you can see it? Is it visible or not? Sion, can you tell me whether it is visible or not? Can you see something in the screen? Okay. Now I think something is visible. That invitation and reply class 12 format and all these. Now it should be visible. Is it visible? Yes. Now see, what is it? That we are having invitation and reply to the invitation. That invitation and replies class 12 format examples these are. What is that? That we know invitation and is that kind of writing that we get the invitation for a marriage ceremony, for fast rite ceremony, all these birthday party, anniversary, for this. So you will have to write these. Now how it is that to invite someone for an occasion, we use the written form of invitation. This is true. To invite someone for an occasion. Now invitations are generally printed cards through which we invite our guests on some auspicious occasion, like wedding, birthday, weddings, anniversary, housewarming, the inauguration of shop, factory, etc. So these are the occasions where we send the cards to our guests to invite them. Now invitations are of two types, that is one formal and informal. Okay, formal invitations and informal invitations. Now these can be printed on cards or can be drafted in the form of letter. Now main characteristics, which are the characteristics of invitations? Now an invitation is a complete information. It answers the questions who, whom, when, where, what, time, and for what. So this is important, that invitations should answer all these questions: who, whom, when, who, whom, when, what time, for what. The invitation should, an invitation should describe all these. The important components of an invitation therefore are occasions, means which occasions it should be mentioned clearly. Name of the invitees, means who are inviting. Name of the hosts. Here invitees means to whom you are inviting, and name of the host means who are inviting. Date, time, venue, these three are important. And names of the chief guest or of special invitees in case of an official invitation. So these points should be there in any invitations. That occasions, the name of the occasions. Name of the invitees, means who are inviting others. Name of the hosts, the invitees means to whom we are inviting. Name of the hosts who are inviting. Now date, time, and venue, and name of the chief guest or special invitees in case of an official invitation. Now see, for format of formal invitations. In case of formal invitations, each of the following is written in a separate line with fronts of varying sizes. Name of the hosts in that formal card, means suppose you get a card, for marriage ceremony. Now there the name of the host should be mentioned clearly. Next, name of the invitee in case of a formal letter of invitation. Name of the invitee means to whom you are inviting. His or her name should be properly mentioned there. Next, formal phrase of invitation. For example, request the pleasure your benign presence, or company seek your auspicious presence, solicit your gracious presence on the auspicious occasion. So this type of lines we should use for the formal invitation. I am repeating this. That request the pleasure your benign present, company seek your auspicious presence, solicit your gracious presence on the auspicious occasion. So this type of lines we should use while we are inviting others. Now date, time and venue of the event, it should also be clearly mentioned there. Date, time and venue of the event. Now occasion or reason of the invitation, this should also be there. Now characteristics of formal invitations. Meant for a lot of invitees, means suppose there is a marriage ceremony and you will have to distribute the card for all the invitees. You are having lots of invitees, lots of guests they will come. So here these are written in third person. In case a VIP is invited as a chief guest, the name of the VIP must appear prominently. Name of the invitees is not to be included. The address is to be written only on the envelope. Simple present tense is to be used. The date of writing is not to be given. There is no signature of the host. Name should be given but no signature. The abbreviation RSVP means French response silver plate, that is please reply, is written below on the left side of the name or names, address and phone number of the hosts. Now put the invitation into a box. Do not exceed 50 words. These are the criteria. Now we should come to the example. Now another thing is that meant for an individual, a formal letter of invitation means I told that two types of invitations over there, formal, informal. And formal, this is card type, that I told, card type, and this is letter. Include the name of the invitee. These are to be written on run on lines. The sentence is not broken into different words or phrases. Other details are similar to the mass scale invitations. Now writing for informal invitations. At first, invitations is divided into two ways, formal and informal. So far we have discussed formal. Now for informal, written in a letter form in an informal format. Such letters are very persuasive in nature. Written in the first person. Now salutations, dear plus name, you should give the salutation as starts with dear and you should give the name. Formal invitation means you are giving to your friend, to the relatives. So this is formal, informal. This is as you are giving to your friends. Now complimentary clause, yours sincerely, you may write there. Date of writing, the invitations is given. Sender's address appears on the left side hand, and various tenses used to suit the sense. Now this is the invitation. Now come to a question. As Secretary of Literary Club of St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad, draft a formal invitation in not more than 50 words for the inauguration of the club in your school. Okay, as Secretary of the Literary Club of St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad, draft a formal invitation in not more than 50 words for the inauguration of the club in your school. Now see, St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad, they are inviting. These are the answer. We cordially invite all staff, students and parents for the inauguration of the literary club of the school on 29th July between 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. within the school premises. Well-known novelist Mr. Sandeep Kumar will be our chief guest. You all are also requested to join us in the auditorium for tea and snacks after the inauguration ceremony. Secretary. So this is a formal invitation. I'm again repeating this. that as a secretary of Literary Club of St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad, dropped a formal invitation in not more than 50 words for the inauguration of the club in your school. And the first thing, the very important thing, that invitation should be written inside that box. Here, we cordially invite all staff, students and parents for the inauguration of the Literary Club of the school on 29 July between 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. within the school premises. Well-known novelist Mr. Sandeep Kumar will be our chief guest. You all are also requested to join us in the auditorium for tea and snacks after the inauguration ceremony. Secretary is inviting the guest. Come to the next one. The Literary Club of your school is putting up the play Waiting for Godot. This is a play, Waiting for Godot. As the secretary of the club, dropped an invitation inviting the famous writer Sudesh Gupta to be the guest of honor at the function. Write the invitation in not more than 50 words. You are Gobind Agauri. Now this is formal. You are inviting someone. You are not inviting a lot. You are not inviting the mass. You are not inviting all the guests, but here you are inviting someone specific, and you are requesting the person to be the chief guest of the function, to be the guest of honor. Now here you should give that. See, this is a letter type. This is a letter type. You should give the name of your school, ABC School, now Sastrinagar, Mumbai, February 20, 2021. Just give 2021. Now to whom you are given, Mr. Sudesh Gupta, and his address. Now here, dear sir, now subject here, invitation as chief guest. So actually formal type of invitation as a letter type. This is a letter type. When you are giving when you are inviting someone specific, then you should write, you should write this formal letter, means letter type invitation. Here, that subject, invitations as chief guest. The Literary Club of our school is putting up the play Waiting for Godot on 17th January 2021 in our school auditorium from 9:10 a.m. On behalf of our club, I would like to extend a cordial invitation to you to be the guest of honor at the function. It would be our privilege if you consent to grace this occasion with your esteemed presence. Gauri, Secretary, Literary Club. So these are the letter type invitation. These are the letter type invitation. I told that two invitations over there. This is formal. Once it is card type, when you are inviting to lots of people, such as attending for marriage ceremony, for birthday party, for any occasion. But suppose when you are actually inviting someone specific, such as to be the chief guest of a function here, to get the honor, here as it is written that to be the guest of honor, then you should write in such a way. But both the cases, invitation must be written within a box and within 50 words. So this is third. Now third one, this is reply to the invitation. We should come to the reply to the invitation. Suppose replies. Now in your syllabus, in your question, I am telling you that advertisement or notice should be option there, advertisement or notice. On the other hand, you will have get options in between invitations and reply to the invitations, and advertisement or notice will be of 3 marks within 50 words. This invitation and reply to the invitation also will be of 3 marks. So you should know, we have already discussed that you are having 16 marks of writing for your board exam as well as pre-board exam. That 3 and 3, this 2-3 marks, actually this will be the short composition, that you will get options in between notice and advertisement. You will have to answer any one between notice and advertisement. This will be of 3 marks. Then you will have to answer invitations or reply to the invitations. This will also 3 marks. So 3 plus 3, 6. Then you are having formal letter, 2 formal letters will be there. You will have to answer editorial letter or reply to the advertisement. This type of letter will come, editorial letter or reply to the advertisement, that you have seen an advertisement and you should write a reply to it. So this type of letter, 2 letters will come. You will have to answer any one. So 5 marks. So 3 plus 3 plus 5, 11. And next, the last writing, you will get to our writing, that is 1 article and 1 report writing. So article and report will be the option. You will have to choose any one. So these are the very specific writing this year for your pre-board and board exam. So you will for getting these writing, you will have to do either invitation or reply to the invitation. So come to the reply to the invitation. Here replies or accepting. Now reply might be 2 types, because suppose somebody had invited you to be present in that any type of ceremony, and you have accepted because you have accepted this invitation, and you were telling that you'd be able to go there. So that would be one kind. And another, that you saw that urgent job is there on that particular day, so we may not attend this ceremony. So reply should be either accepting or declining. Now formal follow a set of formula. Here formal words: kind invitation, great pleasure, regret. Great pleasure, regret. If you are declining, then you should use that word regret, that I'm regretting I cannot turn up, or I cannot go to your, I can't be present in your in that particular event. Use third person they instead of first person, and address of the writer and date to be written. Now informal, accepting or declining, like an ordinary letter. Do not use any formal expressions, but use informal words and expressions. Use first person I, we. Previous years. Now come to this one. Just here. As the principal of a reputed college, you have been invited to inaugurate a book exhibition in your neighborhood. Draft a reply to the invitation in not more than 50 words, expressing your inability to attend the function. See, suppose you are a principal of a college. Now you have been invited to inaugurate a book fair, book exhibition in your locality, in your neighborhood, and because of your certain work, you could not go there, or you cannot go there. So write an reply. Now see, reply to invitation here, the address, the principal, ABC College, March 25th, 2021. Subject, inability to accept the invitation. Here you must mention the subject. Inability to accept the invitation. Now here, I would like to express my gratitude to the Civil Lines Book Club, from where the principal had got the invitation. Civil Lines Book Club for inviting me to inaugurate the first edition of the Civil Club book exhibition. But I regret my inability to attend the function due to a prior commitment. I have to attend a meeting with the governing body of our college on the same day for which the inauguration is scheduled. Yours faithfully, name and then principal. So this is reply to the invitation. This is formal type. So this is all about invitation and reply to the invitation. I have just discussed in briefly. In our next class, I feel you have understood. In our next class, certainly we will discuss about more of this invitation and reply to the invitation. Have you understood so far that what we discussed? I feel you have understood that how we should write the invitation and how we should answer this. This is very simple. Believe me, it is very simple. So thank you very much for joining this class. Next class again, in our next class again, we will discuss about more and more writing part, because and last chapter, the advanced is O level, you can get this all the video in our YouTube channel. So I'm telling you should follow these, and definitely you will get to understand. So thank you, and meet in our next class. Bye bye.